So you've probably heard NastyC's track Head Up, right? Well, today we're going to do something a little different. We're not just listening to it, we're deconstructing it. Because hidden inside these lyrics, there's an actual blueprint, a framework for resilience, for success, coded right into the bars.
Right off the bat, he hits you with this insane transformation. Sitting in the back of the bus to now I pull up in a demon. You know, it's so easy to just hear that as a flex, a simple brag, but it's way more than that. It's the whole journey, the before and after, packed into one single powerful line. This one contrast, it basically sets the stage for everything else he's about to teach us.
So that really is the big question, isn't it? Is this just a simple boast, or is there something deeper here? Is he actually giving us a blueprint for how to turn what you believe into what is real? Well, that's exactly what we're here to find out.
All right, so first up, from bus to demon, the proof of concept. See, that opening line isn't just the beginning of the song. It's the end result. It's the proof right up front that this whole mindset, this philosophy, it actually works.
And then, bam! He just tells you straight up. He's not trying to be mysterious about it. This isn't some hidden message you have to decode. He's literally saying, I'm telling you this to show you. It's a direct instruction, you know? He's basically turning the song into a masterclass on the power of believing in yourself.
And this is the core idea, the main thesis of the whole thing. It doesn't matter where you start, your starting point doesn't define your finish line. Belief, that's the engine that drives the change. That whole bus to demon story, he's not presenting it as some one-in-a-million miracle. He's laying it out like, hey, this is possible for anyone who gets their mind right.
Okay, so belief is the foundation. Got it. But how do you maintain that belief, especially when things get hard? Well, that brings us to the next part, the resilience mantra. This is the tool he gives you, the mental discipline you need.
Think about the chorus for a second. How many times does he say, keep your head up? It's four times. And that's not an accident. It's not just to make the song sound good. That repetition is a technique. It's designed to drill that phrase into your brain until it becomes more than just words. It becomes a command.
And what's happening there psychologically is actually pretty profound. It's a classic affirmation. When you repeat something positive over and over, especially when you're feeling the pressure, you are literally changing the way your brain is wired. You're training your mind to stay strong, to hold its posture no matter what.
And that's the whole point, right? Your internal posture is what decides the outcome, not all the external noise. People are always going to talk. They are always going to have something to say. That's a constant. The one thing you can actually control is what's going on inside your own head. And the song argues that that is what's going to decide where you end up.
Okay, so let's recap. We've got belief as our foundation. We've got the mantra for mental discipline. What's next? The third pillar is a huge one. How you deal with other people's success. This is absolutely critical.
And he just comes right out and says it. I won't hate no man for being on his grind. That's just not the vibe. It's so clear. He's making a conscious choice here. He's deciding that hating on someone else's hustle is just a waste of time and energy. He's opting out of that whole envy game.
And you have to understand, this isn't just about not being a hater. It's an active strategy. This is what you call an abundance mindset. It's the deep-seated belief that there's plenty of success for everyone. Someone else winning doesn't take anything away from you. And when you think like that, you protect your own energy. You keep your focus on your own path.
And then he tells you exactly why he can afford to think this way. It's not just wishful thinking. His confidence comes from knowing he's putting in the work. He says, because I'm still right here getting it 100 ways. He's not threatened by someone else's success because he's too busy grinding, creating his own success from every possible angle.
But let's be real. Life is never that simple. The grind is messy, it's chaotic, and that leads us to maybe the most powerful metaphor in the entire song, how to deal with all that chaos that comes with being ambitious.
I mean, this line is just brilliant. He says he's trying to balance this life like a symphony, but it's made of 100 sounds. Think about that. A symphony is this beautiful, complex, harmonious thing where everything works together perfectly. But then he hits you with the reality. Life is actually 100 sounds. It's noise, it's chaos, it's pressure, it's everybody wanting a piece of you.
So you see the two sides, right? The symphony is the goal, that balanced, harmonious life we're all chasing. But the reality is the 100 sounds, all that noise and pressure trying to mess it up. And the real genius here, the real art, isn't about getting rid of the noise. You can't. It's about learning how to conduct it, how to manage all that chaos and still create something beautiful.
Okay, so let's bring it all home.
When you take all these pieces and put them together, what do you have? It's not just a great song. It's a real, actionable framework. It's an architecture for building resilience.
So here it is, the whole blueprint, laid out in 4 steps. Number 1, the groundwork. That has to be unshakable belief. Number 2, the frame. You protect your momentum with those mental mantras. 3, the foundation. You reject comparison and choose an abundance mindset. And finally, number 4, the engine. You learn to embrace the grind, all 100 sounds.
When you boil it all down, it's a pretty simple formula, but it's incredibly powerful. Success isn't just about belief. It's about combining that belief with the sheer endurance you need to handle all the chaos, all those 100 sounds, and not get knocked off your path.
And that really leaves us with one final thought, one last question for you. This blueprint, it's not just for NastyC. It's a universal framework. So the real question you have to ask yourself is this: what are your 100 sounds? And how can you start using this architecture to conduct your very own symphony?